For some reason, for years now, there are four things that marketers have been saying and circulating for years now that a lot of people believe. And if you believe them, you are without a doubt going to become extremely frustrated when it comes to your marketing. And even worse than that, you're likely going to give up altogether, which means that you don't grow the firm that you dream about building, that you're capable of building, and that you're meant to build. So in today's video, I'm going to break down exactly what those four things are. And the fourth one is something that is the most believed, and it's the one that is holding you back the most as well. So be sure to stay for that fourth one. If we have yet to meet before, my name's Katie Thomas. I'm a CPA and run Leaders Online, a digital marketing agency. We work with firms all over the US, many in the top 100. Some just have one or two partners, so we see a lot. And these four beliefs are absolutely ruining your marketing. And with that, I just want to go ahead and dive right into the first belief, with that being that social media is for generating leads. Now, before I go any further, I want to clarify social media has absolutely been the number one driver of building my business and the number one driver of building many firms' businesses. But social media's primary purpose is not to generate leads, it is to build trust and continue to build trust over time. Most people scrolling social media are not going to see one post from you, stop and be like, you know what, I'm going to leave my existing accountant and I'm going to turn over all of my business financials to you, my personal financials to you, and trust you to help me grow my business. That's just not realistic. But what it can do is start to build that trust. And over time, as they see more and more content from you, and as you build your community, and as you start conversations, continue conversations, when the time is right, it opens up the door for that conversation because there is trust there. Accounting is such a high trust business that even take you yourself, for example, if you're looking to buy a new product, likely the first time you see it, you're not just pulling the trigger because you saw one ad on it. It continued to show up over time, and that got you interested more and more until ultimately you're ready to pull the trigger. Now, this might have been for $100 pair of shoes. That's a lot different than turning your whole business over to an accountant. And once you understand this, that it's not just going to be a 30-day thing where once you've been posting for 30 days, now you're getting all these leads, that flips the mindset shift of, okay, I'm here to build trust. I'm here to connect with people. I'm here to let them get to know me. That's whenever you can stay consistent over time. And if you approach it with, I just need to generate leads, then you're going to get frustrated. You're likely going to quit. And then you never are able to actually build that trust in the first place that helps you ultimately grow your business as a result of social media. So no, social media's primary purpose is not to generate leads. It's to build trust. The next thing I want you to realize is that consistency is absolutely overrated today. Think about it this way. If someone posts every single day a bunch of AI slop versus someone else who posts a couple times a week a really strong piece of content with a memorable hot take, opinion, their ability to help you get closer to your goals, a real transformation, what do you think is going to perform better? The person actually posting something worth reading or consuming. Today, there is so much junk out there that consistency is absolutely overrated. I would way rather have someone post a couple good pieces of content per week versus just churning out this AI slop, because the AI slop is not going to do anything. It's not going to be memorable, and you're actually hurting your account long term because algorithms are extremely smart. If they notice that people are no longer engaging or consuming your content, or if they've never engaged or consumed your content and you put this out and the reaction is ultimately negative from the people consuming it, they're going to show that to less and less people. So consistency, let that go. Yes, there is an element of staying consistent. There always has. But this idea that with I can just allow you to be super consistent without any effort, it's way overrated. And so, as always, quality matters. Now, this does not mean that you're chasing perfection by any means, but this means putting some thought into what you're putting out there and asking, is this actually valuable? Does it have my actual perspective, my hot take on it? Does it leverage some of my experience? Something like that that allows people to actually connect with it and allow your content to be memorable. That's what matters. So remember this, consistency is overrated. Value putting out high quality content over just some AI slop. And this will actually allow you to get the results that you're looking for. The next belief that you need to let go of is that you need to be everywhere. Now, the gold standard would be that you'd be on all platforms, posting all the time, have a presence everywhere with an engaged community. But the reality is that if you want to get results from social media, there is a lot more that you need to be doing on each platform. Simply, other than posting, you need to be commenting on other people's posts, replying to comments on your post. You need to be going out and adding new connections. You need to be starting conversations with them in the direct messages. You need to be replying to your messages. There's so many things that you need to be doing on each platform in order to make it a success that trying to be everywhere is going to have you being nowhere. So what I recommend if you're like, hey, I'm on this platform, I want to focus there, but what about the rest of my content? Can I be putting it on other platforms? Absolutely. But what I don't want you to do is be like, hey, I'm doing this full strategy on LinkedIn and now I'm sharing my content on TikTok. It's just not working on TikTok. If you're not taking and deploying that full social media strategy on TikTok as well, then it doesn't mean that the platform doesn't work. You're probably just not working the platform. Further than that, each platform actually has specific type of content it likes. So if you're simply repurposing the same content across multiple platforms, you can't expect it to perform equally on each platform because each platform has its own ideal standards that you should be creating content in accordance with. So this doesn't mean don't take that video that you made and post it on LinkedIn and post it on Instagram or post it on TikTok. That's not at all what I'm saying. In fact, I would say that's great if you want to do that. But what you don't want to do is be like, hey, Instagram doesn't work. If you're not working it, then of course it doesn't work. So all this to say, focus on one platform, nail it. And then if you want to add in another platform over time that you deploy a full-blown strategy to, absolutely do that. Meanwhile, if you have content that you want to share across multiple platforms, go for it. But don't try to be everywhere. Instead, focus on being somewhere and being really good at being exactly there. The fourth thing that you need to let go of is that content takes a lot of time, especially when it comes to filming a video. The reality is you're just uncomfortable, you're scared, you don't want to be judged, you don't feel like you are dressed appropriately, you don't feel like name an endless amount of reasons why it's not a good time to film a video, when in reality, a lot of times we say like, oh, it just takes too much time. Truth is, you can find so many people to edit and do all the post-production stuff that the reality is the time it takes is whatever time it requires you to have a thought to then pull out your phone and capture that video. Time is not the issue here. And the longer you tell yourself that it's a time issue, the longer it will be until you get started, which that will keep you stuck forever. You have to get over the fear of putting yourself out there, the thought that you're going to feel ready. Now, this is something I've repeated for literally almost 10 years now, but you will never feel ready. You will never feel ready. So you just need to start. There are, like I said, tons of people that can help you with the post-production process. We can help you with that on my team. We can even help you with like saying, hey, here's exactly what I want you to talk about today. Down to all you have to do is pull out your phone and simply hit record and we will handle everything else. So it's not a time issue. It's never been a time issue. It's been a fear of you putting yourself out there. And the quicker you can realize this, the more you can start taking action today. And the best thing is that with repetition, you only get better over time and you can collapse the amount of time it actually takes from where you're at today to where you want to get to be. Because the more you put yourself out there, the more you can build trust online, which is what we talked about at the beginning of this video. And trust is everything, especially in the business that you're in. Trust is everything. So the quicker you can build trust, the better off you're going to be and the quicker you can build the firm of your dreams. So if you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments below what you found the most helpful and be sure to subscribe before you click off so I can catch you in my next video. Bye now.